A return to the classics. The classics can be redeemed. Reading the classics from a Christocentric perspective add depth to the point where Christians can create art. Not create art out of a reaction to a culture war we've clearly lost, but a beauty that can be seen from out of the ashes of our Zerstörung. Timeless classics and beauty that can be taught over generations regardless of what happens in the present world and society around us. For example, such masterpieces like Die Zerstörung Jerusalem is a way wherein Christians can create art, not just react to it. Though I do like TobyMac as an artist because he actually has talent, whenever I've gone to Christian concerts or have seen Christian movies, there's a lack of good response. There's not a call to action. There's not just a lack of talent, but there's something intentionally missing. And I would say that it's because mainstream evangelical Christians would prefer to spend the creative money on missional enterprise rather than on good art, which in my perspective, art can be a weapon. Music, I believe, is a grand weapon. Paintings and poetry is an intentional Christo-propaganda that we can use for the cause of Christ and his kingdom to be established here on earth, the kingdom of heaven. I mean, honestly, the only art, I see coming out of mainstream evangelicalism proves it's going the way of the world as a movement. I would say that this has been since the movie that was made, Late Great Planet Earth, and its grandchild, the Antichrist from the Left Behind series. I'm not even including the series The Chosen, because I think that once Jerry Jenkins' son began accepting money from Sodomites and Mormons, it is no longer Christian art, but heretical fan fiction. I'd say the last good Christian movie was The Passion of the Christ. The Reformed Baptists and the Evangelifish would disagree because it was made by a Catholic. I would respond with, perhaps we need more Catholics making movies, like Mel Gibson, and we need good actors like Jim Caviezel. Christians must come together and make art for the sake of glorifying God, but also because God has given art as a gift, just as he has given food, and food can be an art. I'm sure the Baptists would agree with that. Francis Schaeffer in his book, Art and the Bible, makes this point very well. But what about Christians who are already settled in their identity, making art for the sake of just making art? That which attests to the good, the true, and the beautiful. Art should be productive, as well as the study of aesthetics. Art should be productive, celebratory, profound, enriching, and exciting, and all from a Christocentric perspective. Aesthetics should be morally sound, but also have ethical consequences. Just as worship can be experiential, art must also cause our desire to rise above to heaven and make our home back down again on earth, wherein heaven will eventually come to rest again in God's eternal kingdom.